Let me make sure I understand this correctly. It just won't start at all, period, right?
It won't. No, it won't kick over like it's supposed to. Normal, no. It takes 3 to 4 turns of your wrist to turn it. And then she said something about the code, or she said one code was 12 something and the other code was 10 something. I don't know what she meant by that. And
So wait, hang on, time out. When you're saying, when you turn the key, when the key turns, are you saying that it cranks over just fine and doesn't start, or it does not crank over at all?
It don't crank over at all.
Okay, all right.
Then you got to turn it off.
Okay.
Then turn it again, turn it off, turn it on, go back and forth.
Right.
So about the fourth time, yeah. And when you turn it about the fourth time, she'll kick over like nothing.
Okay. So, yeah, I mean, it's certainly definitely a starting circuit issue that we got going on here. The computer does control the starter relay on this vehicle. So, unfortunately, to know those codes in the computer, that'd be very, very, very important to get, to know what codes are in the computer. That would help out big time. But the only other way to diagnose this properly would be to go down to the starter, and you got to check for battery voltage when it doesn't crank over. Now, other than that, you're probably thinking, wow, that doesn't really do you any good. The only other thing I can do for you is I could give you some possible causes, but that's all it is just possible causes. It's certainly not a diagnosis.
Right.
So I will say this, short of running the correct tests that we need to, I mean, I know that she already had the codes checked in the computer, but we don't know the codes. Here's some possible causes. Ignition switch,
Okay.
PCM, insufficient or faulty engine or frame ground, something with either transmission range switch or like selector. It looks like I'm looking at this diagram, and they got a couple different wires indicating which gear it's in, telling the PCM which gear it's in. So that could be an issue, although that would be rather unlikely. We got your battery junction box, we got your starter relay, and then we got all the wires and circuits and connections that really connect everything together. So what you could do, if this starter relay, I don't know offhand, and everybody's like, well, you should know this. If this starter relay is one that can be removed separately from the fuse box, I don't have all of them memorized. I don't know. Some are integrated into the fuse box, some are not. So you'd have to go to the battery junction box, left side of the engine compartment, look for the starter relay. If you can find the starter relay, what you're going to do is you're going to put your finger on top of that starter relay. You're going to have an assistant turn the key to the start position when you know it's going to act up. All right. So what we want is we want it not to start. And we want, at the same time, we want to check that starter relay to see if it clicks or if it activates. So, and I'll tell you why this is important. If it doesn't click or if it doesn't activate, you should hear and feel it click. If it doesn't activate, it's likely missing an input going into the relay. So the relay needs 2 powers and 1 ground in order to operate. All right, if it doesn't click, it's missing a power or a ground. It's as simple as that. Again, it'd be something further upstream. It could be a bad battery junction box, something with a PCM. If it does click, it's not cranking over. Chances are the problem is going to be somewhere after that starter relay in the circuit.
And at the store yesterday, I turned it, nothing.
Mm-hmm.
I go, what the hell?
Right.
I turned it again, nothing. It's still dead. So like I said, about the 3rd or 4th time, it clicked.
Right.
That's what the hell. So the 4th time, when I turned it over and held it, and she kicked over.
Yep.
And Chris said the same thing. She had to do that about 3 or 4 times till it finally caught on and kicked. And she said something about the code or something, because she made me bring the regular key that I used with the button, with the buttons in it.
Right.
So, but I'll find out tomorrow when I take it to Ford's up here in San Antonio, Michigan.
And if when you take it there, if they give you the runaround, you can just reply back online. Let me know what they find or what they say, and I'll tell you if I think they're headed in the right direction.
Bye-bye.
All right, bye-bye.